Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on Ranko here in a rematch. He was the first successful attempt at my defense this week, so we're just going to rematch him here. It looks like he would have a good team, so this does look pretty interesting. So we're going to take a swing at this one. We're going to go with the Byleth here. I did end up giving him Vengeful Fighter, but I don't have it equipped. The Vengeful Fighter is really for near save if I do plan to use them for that. But really, I think so far I'm having a little bit more joy out of the Weary Fighter, even though I still don't like it. A lot of really nice units here. Really went in on that guidance forward, and I also would have liked to have gotten a couple extra copies of that Tana as well. I do have some units that could use that guidance for fodder, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. A lot of really nice flyers here, but primarily we're going to be targeting Katria here so that she doesn't provide the triangle attack here. Duo Astra is going to be an interesting matchup against Byleth if it does come down to that. Robin here, a lot of different effects being provided here. This is not something that you probably want to omni-tank, but we do have the best fire safe in the game here, and I think we're only going to be taking on the Hanoka first off, because I don't want to tank or bait under the lane where the poise skill is going to be activated. Don't want to give Hanoka the extra plus 10 damage. I mean, she's already going to be hitting hard enough, so let's avoid giving her any extra oomph, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and bait from the lane here where Hanoka will come down on. We're going to break the Dark Shrine just so that we can avoid the -9 to defense and res. And then we're just going to break the block and set it up so that the units can come down. I'm going to probably have to put Duo Byleth at the front because I'm a little bit worried in terms of if any of these melee threats, well, one of the two, are going to be able to reach the front there. I don't think it would be possible, but if there's a dance from that Plumeria charge, it looks like it could end up at that spot that I'm planning on baiting from. So, dance on for Mortis, by the way. It could end up at that spot that I'm planning on baiting on. So, gotta be a little bit careful in that regards. But aside from that, we should be good to go.
I can do this.
Yeah, the only thing that would have made this a little bit more challenging is if there was a what's his face, Freyr here. But luckily, no Freyr. I think he went for maybe the Asker or the Unity buff for extra stats instead of securing the triangle attack. Personally, I would have went with securing the triangle attack.
Why not?
It's so powerful. Even if there's a hard counter to it, it's still so powerful that if you have the ability to secure it, I would go ahead and do so. Still not ready yet to go ahead and take on the team. Probably gonna have to do it on this turn. Am I set up yet? I'm probably set up now for turn 3. But yeah, they're gonna come down, and then I'm gonna see where they go. This order skill, where's she gonna warp to? But she can't move first, and she doesn't have a rally. And I'm not hitting any debuffs anyway, so pretty sure Mortis should eat the dance. In any case, I was saying that I was keeping the Wavering Fighter for now because the 80% damage reduction on the first hit is actually very, very helpful. It's quite unfortunate though that he doesn't get the follow-up attack because of it. A lot of matchups, like I swung to the Vengeful Fighter or just any other fighter. Well, that's the one that I gave him, but I'm imagining that it would probably be the same. But with the Vengeful Fighter, he does get the guaranteed follow-up, but he takes a lot more damage. So it's a difficult trade-off to make. I'm not sure, although I do prefer having the potential to be able to hit twice. Their null follow-up is like so prevalent.
Good.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's It's very situational in terms of when you would prefer to have it as opposed to when when you like the wavering fighter. It's very situational, and I only have him on one team, so I figured for now I'll just go with the stock build, and then depending on how this week pans out, I might decide to switch it up. But definitely for near saving, I think the Vengeful Fighter would be better because he does get to make a follow-up attack, which can be helpful a lot of the times. Either that, unless you want to just run it with Deflect Melee, you don't really need the follow-up attack if you're going to be getting hit twice, because you get the 80% damage reduction on both hits, so that's probably a good option to run. That being said, he completely loses to Winter Edelgard. How much is this? Ooh. Jesus, 14. Okay, well, there you have it. That basically shows the benefit of having the Wavering Fighter there. I mean, if that was any other fighter skill, I'm pretty sure, unless it was like Hardy Fighter, I'm pretty sure he'd be dead with that 99 damage. No way he'd be surviving that, but there you have it. Which also brings up another point. I do think that this unit would benefit, or does benefit, from running whatever that skill is, that A skill is, that removes the armor effective damage, because it would make matchups like that a lot more favorable for them. So that is also something that I'm considering doing. A lot of different builds. There's so many different build potentials with this dual Byleth. The problem is that you probably want to still invest a bit more in terms of merges, Dragonflower, stuff like that, just to have him be optimal. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get another copy of him on the banner. I think I'll probably go to the third Spark, but knowing my luck, I'm probably not going to be able to pick up another copy. I'm really going to the third Spark so that I can get that Ephraim, Dimitri, Ephraim, same thing, so that I can get the piercing skill for my Ascended Merida.
This is for you.
Nice. Alright, so we should be fine from here. That was the movement there from Four Mortis that I was worried about. Let's see if...
Going now.
Let's see how this... Ooh. Okay, not enough people around him. That's not looking... Oh, okay, she's heavily debuffed. Okay, so we got Veil here to take this out, so we should be fine there. But I'm a little bit... Okay, it's definitely the debuff. She's eating the ploy skill, it looks like. A lot of people were saying that she needs lethality, but she really doesn't, because she already cuts damage reduction in half. Well, what am I saying half? She already cuts damage reduction just by moving. So Luna, or even I'd go with maybe... I was thinking Glimmer, but if she's running into certain tanks, like for Mortis, for example, probably better to have something that cuts defense and res. So Luna's, I think, is really the best skill for her. Really works out well in terms of damage output. Veil is impressive, I will say. Very impressive unit. And she is getting a lot of help here from Elamine. That's why she was able to survive that hit. But yeah, still, I'm very impressed with the unit overall. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. I just gotta get that pot over there and then take out the remaining units. Probably just gonna snipe them. There's no reason to tank. Turn 5. Probably just gonna take them out in player phase. But yeah, what was I saying?
Let's get festive.
Dual Byleth. A lot of different build potentials available for this unit. There's so much that you can do with them. I haven't even begun to explore the potentials of Hardy Fighter Aegis on this unit. Primarily because the special that they run is just so good. I can't imagine taking it off.
Good.
But in terms of matchups, one of the things that I found that was quite surprising was that there's already like a counter to the unit on the banner that they came out on, in the form of that Winter Edelgard. She basically smacks him a new one. She completely destroys him in player phase, or maybe even enemy phase. I'm not sure. but she completely destroys him. I was really doing a lot of tests with that Edelgard, who I ended up picking up from the Spark.
Give in.
And she wrecks like literally everything, which is terrifying because what it means is that I'm gonna have to switch from just the regular fighter skills. They're just not good enough anymore. I'm probably gonna have to go to Hardy Fighter on every armor unit that I have, which I didn't want to do because Hardy Fighter is such premium fodder. And I think the only unit that I saw her lose to was Grima, or Robin, Rearm Robin, because of the Hardy Fighter, of course, and the no fault that Rearm Robin has. So pretty much it's looking like we're leaning towards a Hardy Fighter meta for melee tanks or near save armors, and I don't like that because it really reduces the build flexibility that you have when everything has to run Hardy Fighter. It makes things also a lot more difficult to take out. One of the reasons that Ford Mortis is so good with Hardy Fighter is because he has that damage reduction from so many places, and then to top that off with Hardy Fighter, it just makes him impossible to kill. So imagine that on every armor unit that you can think of. One of the things that makes Brave Hector still viable is Hardy Fighter, and you know how old Brave Hector is as a unit. So the fact that Hardy Fighter is able to still make him viable just shows you how powerful the skill is. Unfortunately, I don't want to, like, as I said, fodder it off. It's my Gilliam who I'll put it on because I do use Gilliam a lot in Dark Season. I really love the support that he provides. So I might just swap out Gilliam to a different far save unit. I'm definitely not going to go with Grima because Grima like completely gets dunked on by Summer Edelgard, which are basically the two matchups that you're thinking about when you're running far saves, which is crazy to say. You're basically three matchups. You're thinking about Edelgard. If you're running a near saver, you're pretty much thinking about Edelgard because she's such a powerful Gale Forcer that you don't want to get completely swept by her. And that's one of the reasons that I started running near saviors to begin with, because Summer Edelgard became so prominent, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same thing with this Christmas or winter variant. She is so powerful. Even with the Gale Force, she still gets the DR piercing, which I find terrifying. I actually swapped it out, hoping that she wouldn't have gotten it, but she still gets the DR piercing. And I think that's like, there's really no reason to do that because she's already so strong. But I mean, it is what it is, man. We've already run through another one. GG's. See you in the next one.